What's going on, beautiful people? Thank you guys for tuning in, for watching. And I'm just already laughing because I think this video is gonna be pretty fucking hilarious. Things that I like and dislike about Canada. First of all, let's put the disclaimers out there for all you my fellow Canadians. I love you. I love every single one of you. So any sort of thing that I dislike, just understand that I am projecting my own bullshit onto this place, okay? This is just my opinion, my perspective, because everyone has their own subjective reality tunnel, right? This is just what Saeed likes about Canada and what Saeed dislikes about Canada, okay? That's really all this fucking rant is. So I thought maybe I'll make this video because, I turned 26 a few months ago, and, well, not a few months, more than a few months ago. I turned 26, and so I came here when I was 13 to this land. And so I've been here half my life, and I've been half of my other life, I've been somewhere else. I've been in the Middle East, in Qatar. So, it's worth to reflect a little bit. 13 years here, that's half of your life. To just think, hey, this is what I like, this is what I don't like, but ultimately, I love being here. Honestly, ultimately, I love being here. So even the stuff that I dislike, guys, forgive me, okay? I raise the white flag to you, my fellow Canadians. Forgive me. We'll start off with what I like. And there's a lot that I like about being in this place. Number one, the land. I love the land here, okay? The land here is magnificent. The trees, the wildlife, I just saw a deer. The air here is fresh. You go out into the natural world, it's nice. I don't live in a city, so it's good. If I lived in a city, that's why it's only my projection, because if I lived in a city, things I like and dislike completely different. Just my opinion, my perspective. Some people never even go to nature, so they won't even tell you I like nature about Canada. Maybe they tell you something else. So anyway, the land. I love the land. Oh my God. It's incredible. It's amazing. The waterfalls here. I live in Hamilton. That's called the waterfall capital of, I think, either Canada or even North America. The waterfalls, just the magnificence of the natural world. Really, it's very blessed. I can see why the natives love this land. I can see why the natives lived here. I can see how the natives managed to live here. And there's plenty of wildlife, for the natives to even, hunt and stuff. I can totally see how they lived here and they loved it. Even though it was cold, they knew how to keep themselves warm. It's magnificent. Oh my God. Being here in the natural world, in the nature of this land. Oh man, it gets you so close to your spirit. Some of my best mushroom trips, all my mushroom trips usually are in nature. And I just feel so close with the land. And I feel so close with the trees, and I feel like this is a blessed area. This is a blessed land. It's just blessed, and I feel like, the natives understood that, and I feel like there's a lot of good spirits here. I don't know. It's incredible. The land. Amazing, incredible, even in wintertime. It's magnificent. And in summertime, it's heaven. In summertime, the land here in Canada is heavenly, guys. It's absolutely heavenly. What's going on, guys? Hello. How you doing? You guys enjoying a good hike? Beautiful sunny day? Yeah, beautiful. In summer, this place is heaven. Heaven on earth. Honestly, heaven on earth. When it's summertime, I'm gonna be out most of the day. I probably won't even go to the gym that much because I just want to live in heaven. It's that heavenly. So I can't emphasize it enough. It's beautiful, gorgeous, amazing. So that's number one. Number two, the women here are quite beautiful. Really. They're really beautiful. They have good energy and really beautiful. And especially coming from a place where there were no women to talk to, right? Coming here and having spent 13 years here, I gotta give it to Canadian women. They're absolutely beautiful. So we'll just brush on that quickly here and say the woman here, beautiful, gorgeous. 3, and this one I'll spend some time on. Freedom of speech, baby. Freedom of speech. Do you guys really think that if I had stayed back in Middle East, in Qatar, I would be able to make these videos? Fuck no. A, because I would be completely fucking judged, and who the fuck knows what happens by my family and my extended family, which I have so many of there, and they think I'm some kind of a douchebag. First of all, yeah, that would have just completely destroyed me and killed me and killed my spirit to begin with. That whole aspect of having been surrounded by all these people that are completely critical of what you're doing. And it just, there's no way I would have been able to speak up my mind. In fact, I don't even know if I would have had the space to think for myself. I really don't think so. I would have been a completely different person. So I'm really grateful that I came to this country, that the destiny brought me here. Freedom of speech. I love it. It's amazing. It's the best kind of freedom to speak your mind, speak your heart, speak your ideas, speak your thoughts. Look, I can talk about anything in these videos. Nobody bothers me. Nobody bothers me. You know what? I could be talking about psychedelics right now, and a cop is walking on this hiking here. Wouldn't say anything because this freedom of speech. I'm speaking my mind. And that's beautiful. You know, I know we could have more of it. You know, I know we could have completely unconditional, but trust me, from a place where I came from to here, I couldn't ask for much more. You know, I really couldn't ask for much more. The ability to talk, the ability to bounce ideas, the ability to put this camera on and ramble for fucking 15, 20 minutes and have people, you know, a decent amount of people actually listen to the ramble and actually get something out of it. That's incredible. Are you kidding me? Hey, I got nothing to complain. I don't even know if there's anything I'm going to say to dislike about being here just because of that, the freedom of speech. God damn it, you can't let the people's minds and their souls be repressed. You know, and that's something I can do here. I can let it out. I can speak it. I can be myself. And granted that I'm completely, you know, even in the way I'm being in the society, it's abnormal. It's different than the rest of the society here. But at least I can do it. If I tried to do that back in where I grew up, you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? I'd be slapped around. I'd be fucking, you know, probably have an intervention. People calling me, okay, what are you doing? You're bringing shame and you're doing this. I couldn't do anything. But here, at least I could be myself. I could be sitting in the bus. I could be, you know, dancing to some Bob Marley. Yeah, okay, people are like, oh, this guy's weird, but at least I can do it here. At least I can do it, and I'm happy and I'm grateful for that. And I always remind myself, right? It's good. It's good that I'm here to speak my mind. There's the freedom of speech. It's invaluable. This ability to speak yourself and be yourself. I can be myself here. So I love it, absolutely. And this is already so much that I'm so grateful for, that it just to me completely blows everything else. The ability to be myself. So 4, people are good-hearted here. Really. They have good hearts, man. Canadians, the Canadian culture, despite me being quite different from it, but the culture instills good values in the people. Really, the Canadians are, I know there's that famous joke that Canadians are always saying, sorry, I'm sorry, and it's true. Canadians are they over-apologize. Maybe this is something I want to talk about in the things I don't like. They over-apologize. And maybe they're overly nice, and sometimes it can come out as fake. However, I'm looking at the people here, their hearts, right? Canadians have, like, the Canadian culture, anyone who's born and raised in the Canadian culture, they have good nature, man. They have good nature. They're good-natured people, you know. They really are, you know, good-natured people. Good hearts, good people. Really, lots of good people here. Lots and amazing, man. I know so many people here, and they're just amazing souls, amazing people. And I really think that's something like pretty typical of being a Canadian, really. I think that's one of the things that marks a Canadian is the good nature in the person. All right, so that's the things I like. Did I say nature? I can't. That's the first thing I said. I can't overemphasize it. This is beautiful. Look at it. It's beautiful. Sun. Oh my God, it's beautiful. Did I forget anything else? Okay, good. So good things here. You know, good things. Good things. Things make me so grateful. So happy to be here. Now let's talk about things I dislike. And we'll start off with Canadians being over apologetic, and again, this is my projection. I mean, it's just my own bullshit. I'm projecting my own bullshit. Canadians being over apologetic, apologizing too much, saying sorry too much, and sometimes being nice in a fake kind of way, if you guys know what I mean. In a fake, I have to be nice to you because that's just the way it is. You know what I mean? And you can tell the person doesn't really want to be nice to you, and they're just bullshitting you, right? They're miserable, they're not having a good day, whatever the case is, and you can tell it's just fake, that fake niceness. I don't like fakeness. I can sense it. I have a good sensing for it, right? And I see quite a bit of it here. Honestly, I see quite a bit of it here. Definitely a better problem to have than people being too much of assholes, right? So, that's a good problem. That's one of those problems that's good to have, People being too apologetic and overly nice in a fake way. Hey, I'll take that problem any day over living somewhere where everyone's an asshole to each other. I'll take that problem any day. So, that's the first element. Second element, people here work way too much. The culture here is set up really to create robots, the North American culture. So Canada is in the same boat as USA when it comes to that. People here work and stress themselves to death. This is why 1 or 9% of Canadians are on antidepressants. 9%. Take that in. That's just people who actually went to get professional help, and got prescribed. Now, the depression here is much higher than that. The stress here is much higher than that. You can see it in people's faces, man. All you need to do is go take a... I work part-time, right, in a coffee shop, so I get to see a lot of people and interact with a lot of people. That's what I do, right? I'm serving coffee. So I see a lot of people. I interact with a lot of people, and I'm very I try them out. I'm not just, I don't bullshit. I say, how is it going? And they tell me, and I ask them, you're probably working too much. I have a conversation with people, and most people are overworked here. Most people are way too overworked. Money and finance and material gain here is sort of God. Unfortunately, it is the God of people. It is the God of the culture here. What's going on, guys? Hey. How you doing? Enjoying a beautiful day?
Yeah.
Good stuff. You guys stay blessed. Have a good one, huh?
You too.
Take care. So people here are overworked. Money is God here. Okay, money is God, unfortunately. And like I said, talking about people here being really good-hearted, they're really good-hearted, but you can see the stress and the depression and the anxiety and just the stress of life taking over people. You can see it in their face, but forget their face. Investigate. Talk to these people. They'll tell you, yeah, I've been working so much this week and I haven't got enough sleep and, right? So... yeah, that's definitely doesn't sit with me too well. I much prefer the Italian and Spanish way of being, which is, let's take it easy. Come here. Right? I prefer that chill vibe to that work culture, that, work ethic here and working hard and It's all about being employed, and it's all about having a job, and it's all about, how much money do you make, and you ask people, what are you doing in university? They tell you this, and that. You ask them why. A lot of them tell you, oh, it's good money. It's good money. I heard it's good money when you graduate, right? So that's definitely something that I dislike about the culture here. It doesn't sit well with me, or my world of view. Again, that's just my world of view. And which brings me to number 3, which is related, really. We talked about it. Is people here, there's a lot of anxiety and a lot of depressed people, unfortunately. And you might say it has to do with the winter and the lack of sun and everything, and you see it common in places that don't have that. But I disagree with you, and I'll tell you why. The native cultures and Eskimos even, right, that lived in these places where they had no sun, they had no depression. Yeah, they had no depression. They ate, first of all, they ate salmon, which their diet, they ate a lot of salmon, which has a lot of vitamin D. So they got their vitamin D, but it goes even deeper than that. They had the tribe with them, and they were connected to nature, and they weren't overworked. You know what I mean? It's winter. You're just eating and you're hibernating and you're trying to stay warm. People here are overworked, right? So I don't even think it's because of lack of sun. I mean, look, I'm totally fine here, right? I mean, I'm totally fine. Most of the days you'll see me dancing, even though it's fucking gloomy out and there's no sun. I don't know. It's a contributing factor. People like to blame it on, but I really think it has to do with the work culture here. The work culture and people, these beautiful, good-hearted, good-natured people. Canadians, I'm telling you, man, good-hearted, just amazing people. They're unfortunately victims of that, and most of them don't see it. Don't see the North American work culture of things. They don't see it. And so they end up, there's a lot of depressed people, a lot of anxious people here. More so in the young generation, definitely. More so in the young generation, at least what I see, right? Just my projection. I interact with a lot of people. I'm always interacting with people. And that's just my projection based on my own experience, my own place in this universe, on this blessed land. And which all of these things, the way I see it, creates a lack of warmth here. Meaning, in certain parts of the world, like Italy and Spain and, where I'm originally from, Syria, each place has goods and bads, right? One of the good things about those areas is the people are very connected to each other, right? So the neighbors all know each other. They're all, they practically family. Here, good fucking luck. Good fucking luck. I know a few of my neighbors, right? Because I'm just a social guy. I like to take the initiative. And the neighbors that I know, that I'm like good friends with, we always talk about how like people here are so closed off, and like nobody gives a fuck about their neighbors, and nobody gives a fuck about other people, and like everyone's so closed off, and the lack of warmth, right? Like if you go to Italy or Spain or something, I haven't been, but I know Italian people, Spanish people, I intermingled with them so much. They're such warm people, man. They're all about hugging and kissing, and they touch a lot, right? There's a lot of, it's like, just not in a sexual way, just in an intimate way, right? There's a lot of touching, and there's just a lot of intimacy, right? You don't see that here. You don't see that here. Like, I'll give you an example. One time here, I was coming to the gym, and I saw this Syrian family, right? And I saw their little daughter. I think her name was Zainab, right? Oh, amazing, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful girl, right? So I look at her and I start speaking to her in Arabic, right? I'm like, you're just talking to her, speaking to her. And then her parents, pick up that I'm Syrian. So we talk and stuff, and they had a problem. I fixed it for them. They don't speak English, so I fixed the problem for them. We called, we did everything that needs to be done. And then before I left, I grabbed their daughter, right? I kissed her on her cheeks, I threw her up, played with her, and then that's it. I said goodbye, right? The parents, this is normal, right? This is in where the culture, that Syrian culture, this is normal, right? You playing with other people's kids and just showing them intimacy and affection and love, this is normal. You know, here you can't do that because the whole pedophilia, all that shit, right? People are scared. They're, you know what I mean? There's lack of touch, lack of intimacy that I see here in people, right? And again, I'm not saying, you know, you guys know how critical I am of the Middle Eastern culture. You guys know I have a lot worse things to say, believe me. You know, but that's one of the good aspects, is that aspect of warmth, that aspect of like you can do that, like you can just play with it, like, you know, someone's little girl, you can play with her, and it was amazing, man. You know, I just throw her around. I kept throwing her around, and she kept laughing and laughing and laughing, right? And then that's it, right? Then I just, you know, the parents, this is normal, right? So the parents are looking, and they're just smiling, and that's it, you know. And then I say goodbye to them, and that's that. I never saw them again. But it's like, this is normal, right? The warmth, what I like to say is the warmth of the people, the intimacy. It's definitely lacking here in the people, and I think it all is connected to the work culture. That money here is God, that capitalism here is God, right? So that's it. Overall, I'm really grateful to be here, really happy to be here. I would not want to be anywhere else right now, in all honesty. I love that I have my freedom. I love that I can be myself. I love that I can talk like this freely. And like I said, I love the people here. I think they're very good-hearted, good-natured people. And I love the land. This is I have a lot more grateful things to say. I know I rambled a little bit about the things that I dislike about this place, and projected my own bullshit, but really, ultimately, I love this place. I love this country. Before we immigrated here, I made a prayer that, you know, God would interfere and don't bring me to Canada. And I'm so happy that God looked at me and said, "You're a fucking idiot." And I ended up coming here, and my destiny was to come here. Very grateful, very happy. I love this land. God bless you, Canada. God bless this beautiful land. God bless the people here. It's amazing. Happy to be here. Happy to be right here in this moment. We'll see what the future has. I probably have a few more years here in Canada, but I'm thinking sometime somewhere in the Mediterranean. Sometime in the future, though. Right now, I'm here. For the next few years, I'm here. I'm in this beautiful land. I'm here. But we'll see where the future takes us, right? We'll see where the future takes us. That's it, my fellow Canadians. God bless you all. One family, one love, one heart. You guys know, ultimately, all this Canadian, American, nationality bullshit, that's nothing, man. We're all one. We're all the same. What is Canada? It's just a land. People came here, drew some political with their pens and everything, and said, "Oh, this is Canada." Rant for another video. I have that coming up. Okay, I written it down. Rant about the borders and the nations we create, right? So that's it. I think that's where I'll finish off. God damn it, I ramble so much. That's it. I love you guys. I love every single one of you. But don't forget to subscribe, or you're gonna sleep with the fishes.